Ignite Your Purpose, episode 128. It is Monday morning. It is chaga time for me. I've had a hell of a weekend. So John's going to take it a little easy on me because the brain might not be working, but we are Ignite Your Purpose, the podcast, the vlog, the chinwag session. Two gentlemen from across the pond talking longevity through a healthy lifestyle, a mix of mental, physical, and spiritual health and knowledge, the mind, body, soul, trifecta, and every day, our simplest goal at the base form is negative to positive, being a little bit better than we were yesterday. And on that note, John, what are we talking about today?
Well, this has come up a few times, for my day today, over your weekend. I heard a podcast this morning, and it's we've touched before. It's about the excuses we tell ourselves, and the whinging and the moaning and the excusing, but without putting in the work. So, for example, if you're 50 pounds overweight and you've got medical problems because of it, but you've just sat in your ass whinging about being 50 pounds overweight and not putting the work in, then shut the F up, go away and do something,
Yep.
And it's
or don't.
Or don't if you're happy.
Yeah.
So I was just going to ask Max about things like this, really.
Yeah, and this has come up for us.
You have to take responsibility for it.
Yeah, and this has come up for a lot this week for me. I've had people ask me questions, ask me for help, who have asked those same questions 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year and a half ago. And I'm at the point where it's just like, man, it's a broken record. They're not taking any in responsibility, because if I do say, hey, this is the first step I took, it's like, yeah, but this is the response I get. Yeah, but you are, or you were there, or you had the ability to. And it's just like they just keep putting up, roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And in the end, it truly comes down to how bad you want it. Like, if you want to complain because complaining is way easier, I get that, man. I was there for a long time myself. John knows I took a test this weekend, and I'm not going to lie, man. I'm 10 years deep in the game, and it came down to a point at the noon break. We started at 9. We went till 4:35. And it was hand-to-hand combat all day. And there came to a point at noon where I almost broke down mentally. I was almost in tears, and I almost gave up. I almost just packed up and left. And it wasn't for the fact that I had the positive self-talk. And I just kept saying to myself, bitch, you going to do this or not? Are you going to walk away like a little baby? Are you going to die standing, or, kiss some ass on your knees, bro? You make the decision. And I'm sitting there, and this is going over into my head. And like I said, I almost started bawling out in front of everybody. I don't even know where any of this came from, bro. Other than I was telling myself stories that weren't even true, that I thought Buddy was picking on me, and I thought this guy was getting it done easier, and I thought, why is he always doing this to me? And it was always about me and the external, instead of me just shutting the F up and putting in my best effort and seeing where the cards fell.
Dude, I know you mentioned it. I didn't know it was that big a deal yesterday. But ultimately, it's about having the self for you. Yesterday, the self belief that you want it bad enough. You want it to do it more than you don't want to do it, and then we've just got to pull a big boy pants up and put the work in and take whatever it is they throw at you. In the army, we used to say, "You can't kill me. You can't make me pregnant. Do anything else you want to me. You can't kill me. You can't make me pregnant. So how bad can it be?" But I was just thinking about these excuses that we tell ourselves. I was born with this, or it's in my genes, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And it's always looking and working towards what people don't have and what they don't want. They're kind of emptying their glass, whereas, okay, it's full of tea right now, but if that's empty, I'm going to fill that fucker up with loads of stuff, man, and just build up to that. Okay, I want to lose 50 pounds. Well, I've got to start with losing 1 pound. How can I lose 1 pound? Right, I'm going to do that right now. And then you wake up the next day and you do it again. You fall off the wagon, then you start again, and you keep going to get closer to that goal, because it's the most important thing to you. Personally, for myself, it's my health. Or you don't want to. But if you don't want to do it and you don't want to put the work in, you don't want to feel better and do things better and have a better life and have more time with your partner or your kids, great. Don't do it, but just shut up.
That's
You do
that
it, do
is the
it. If
truth.
you're not going to do it, don't do it. But whatever you do, shut up and
Yeah.
just stop whinging about it, because it doesn't serve anybody. And all it does is it instills that record over and over and over again of, I can't, my life is so bad, why me, how hard, da, 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 da.
And we get used to giving up, right? We
Yeah.
we just get complacent with, I can do it. No, I don't have to. The couch is comfier, and that's something that came up for me as well yesterday as a huge learning curve. And I can remember Gary V coming into my head. He said, you can be down at halftime, baby. You can be down at halftime. It's how you play the rest of the game, and
New
that
England
was
Patriots.
totally. And that was something that came into my head, man, because I think probably we'll call it halftime, which was lunch for me. If
Yeah.
I had kept that pace up, I don't think I would have passed, right? I don't think. And then after lunch, man, because of what I fueled my body with, I saw people drinking not good stuff. I fueled my body, I fueled my mind, man, and I came out there and I started dropping mofos like it was, it was bad habit day. And lo and behold, I passed. But it also comes from the fact that, it doesn't matter how old we are, it doesn't matter how young we are, it doesn't matter what stage you are in your life. You don't have to be done. You can change these patterns. We can break these patterns.
Have we got a takeaway for anybody today, or are we just talking shit as always?
My
Thanks
takeaway,
for tuning in, guys. If you like
yeah,
it, if you like it on Facebook, give us a like. If you like it on YouTube, that little thumb thing down there, give it that thumbs up and support this team as we are stepping along.
and my takeaways from my lessons, John, would be this: stop worrying about the external, man. If you're not doing it for yourself, then it's for all the wrong reasons. And John knows behind the scenes what I'm talking about. It's not because I want Bob, Susie, or Joe to think, I'm better than or worse than somebody, man. It has to be for ourselves. And once you get that mentality down packed, you can then start implementing positive small changes that will make a difference day by day by day to the end game.
Yeah, we've had a friend here this weekend, and she's had a tough time, and she's walked into our house and experienced some of the things that we do and the things we eat and the way we behave and the hydration and going for walks in the morning and all that kind of stuff. And she's been taking pictures of every book and every meal and the recipes and making notes and watching films. And I think the last words I said to her on the way out, I said, you can't do it all tomorrow because you're just fucked off, because it'd be too much. But if you just take the chocolate chai breakfast pot that you made last night and you devoured this morning, if you just do that for a week and maybe share it with the kids, and then that will become the normal, and you'll go for that because it'll take you 3 minutes to make it before you go to bed, and it won't take you any time to make it in the morning because it's made.
Yep.
And that will become part of your daily routine. And you think, well, do you know what? I've made the breakfast last night. I'll get up 10 minutes early and I'll go for that walk. And you do that 3 times a week. And then all of a sudden, that's your new behavior, your new norm. You don't wake up and grab the coffee, one of 6 a day that you might have been on. You get up and you take that glass of water or that ginger shot or an alternative, and you save your coffee till 10 o'clock. You turn your phone off, you turn your computer off, you walk into that quiet room where nobody goes, and you just sit there with a really nice coffee instead of the crap you get out of the machine. and if you're going to have it, you make an experience out of it. So you look forward to that time where you have your coffee and your break from the work or the office or all of this shit that bombards us all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then you won't want those 5 of the coffees today because those 5 of the coffees are crap. You want that good one in the morning at 10 o'clock.
And the base of that is because you're worth it.
Yeah, because you're worth it. But it's just about taking those baby steps and not fucking diving in. We all want the result tomorrow. But unfortunately, occasionally it works. But more often than not, we've got to put in that work to get the value out of it. If it's given to us, we'll go,
Yeah.
I want to give some coaching away to a friend of mine. Some coaching. He's asked me about all sorts of stuff, cooking, shopping, meditating, how to sleep better. I would love to speak to him all day. and give it in for free, but he won't do it because there's no value on it for free. There's no accountability. I'm gonna make him write me a check for £1,000 when he writes some goals down. And I said, and if we've got somewhere close to those goals within the time scale, you can have your check back. But if not, I'm going on holidays.
There you go. And in the end, that's what it is. It's that's it. You just hit it on the head, man. If you're just talking for lip service, nothing's ever gonna change, man. Pony up for life, baby, and you will make a change.
Yeah, we've got Robbie Robertson who's tuning in. So thanks for listening in. Thanks. I'm assuming it's your thumbs up, so appreciate that. And do tune in again. That's enough from us. We've been going on for far too long. We've got episodes backing up that we need to edit and upload.
Yes, we do.
Go to YouTube, Ignite Your Purpose. 160 shows on there.
Subscribe.
Far more than you'll ever want to watch, but it's there for you. So I'll say goodnight from the Isle of Man. Max will say ta-ra from Canada. And we'll see you. Bye.
See you tomorrow.